Shalom, people of the Lord. So, from watching our video on TikTok, a guy was saying that when Adam and Eve noticed they were naked and the Lord was looking for them, he asked them, he was looking for them and they told him, "We are naked." He asked them, "Who told you that you are naked?" For the longest time, the enemy has been telling me that I am not enough. The Lord placed this word on my heart a few days ago, but I always felt it's like I'm not enough. I'm not worthy to release this word. But that video was a conviction for me to not think that I'm not enough or I'm not worthy to release this word. So I want to read for you Philippians chapter 2, first from verse 6 to verse 11. It says, if you read from verse 6 to verse 11, it describes how Jesus was humble. And we are told that he always had the nature of God, but he did not think that by force he should try to remain equal with God. Instead of this, his own free will, he gave up all he had and took the nature of a servant. He became like a human being and appeared in human likeness. He was humble and walked the path of obedience all the way to death, his death on the cross. For this reason, God raised him to the highest place above and gave him the name that is greater than any other name. Jesus was humble. He was like God. But instead of his own free will, he gave up all he had and took the nature of a servant and became like a human being. Then I'll read for you Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 to 5. Do not do anything from selfish ambition or from cheap desire to boast, but be humble towards one another, always considering others better than yourselves, and look out for one another's interests, not just for your own, but for others. Then I'll read for you 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 23 to 24. It says you are allowed to do anything. So they say that is true, but not everything is good. We are allowed to do anything, but not everything is helpful. None of you should be looking to your own interests, but to the interests of others. Let me ask you, when a woman becomes pregnant, the doctor advises do not smoke, do not drink, because it is harmful for the baby. You do not live for yourself, but you live for the sake of that child. I once heard a story of a Navy SEAL guy who used to work in the Navy SEAL. And he said they were trained to live for others and not for themselves. They were trained to live for their brothers and not for themselves. And that's why their team is always intact. That's why their team is always united, strong. Whenever they go out for a mission, they come back having fulfilled the mission because they were together. They did not live for themselves, but live for others. So what am I telling you, my brother, my sister, today? I am telling you to not live for yourself, live for others, and you will see the goodness of God. Shalom.